Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Milligan and her 7-year-old daughter, Brooklyn Milligan. And we are here today to show you how to find the mean or average in a data set. So, ways that you would find the average is if you're talking about price, what's the average price of a house in Roland Park? You might want to find the mean or the average of sports scores. You could ask, what is the average number of points the Chiefs score in a football game? Another way you might want to find the average could be the age of kids who play video games. So you could ask, I wonder what the average age is for kids who play video games. So we're going to learn how to find the average. Let's say that you have 5 people in your family. So I'm going to list some numbers here that says their ages. You have one person who's 32. So you're going to write the number 32. One person who's 34. One person who is aged 11. One person who is age 14. And one person who's age 17. Now you would find the mean by adding up the total numbers that you have. So 32 plus 34 plus 11 plus 14 and plus 17. Then you'd write the total next to the equal sign. I'm going to let you do that to make it fun. Once you find the total, whatever it is, you can put question mark. You're going to do step 2. And step 2 is divide the total by the number of values in the data set, which is 5 because there are 5 people in that family. They're all different ages. So once you add up the total, you're going to divide it by the number that you have or the number that you surveyed. So if you were not doing it with ages, you might be doing it with sports scores. You might add up all of the points and then divide it by how many games that football player played. So you would take the total, you can just write total, divided by, so we want that division sign. And then how many people did we survey? How many people were in those circles? How many were here? 5. So you take that total and then divide by 5. And that's your mean and that's your average. And sometimes the average is a good descriptor of the data, but sometimes it's not a good descriptor of the data. So you might come across a situation where even though the average number might look a lot lower than maybe the range of something. So let's say you had someone who was 89. Well, the average is, it's going to bring the average up a little bit, but the average is probably going to be still around like the 20s. So it's not a good descriptor of that one like elderly grandparent who's living in that home. So sometimes the average is not indicative of the data. Well, that was a lesson on how to find the mean. We worked up 2 steps. We gave you something to work on to find as an example. We hope you join us next time. And that was 6th grade statistics. Have a great Wednesday.